Hey, namaste, good morning. Welcome to Promise Resource Network. I'm Jane, and we are going to be doing some yoga. So get a yoga mat if you have any props, if you want a block, if you want a bolster. I have a yoga blanket behind me. I'm gonna scoot back here because right now I'm squatting and it's just gonna be more comfortable back here. So I'm going to do that. And I'm hoping that everybody can see and hear me okay. This is my first time offering yoga on this platform. And I feel like Casey just has it on lockdown. Like she's got this. And so I'm just going to do my best. And hopefully everyone can see and hear and participate with ease. So as you begin to settle in, I'm going to sit on a block. Good morning, Charles. I can see that you just popped on, which if you chat on here, I may not be able to see you very easily because the device is rather far away. But I also have the eyes of a hawk or a cat hawk. Only because I can see really well at night and I can see things far. So, y'all, we get to do some yoga. We get to move our body, we get to breathe, we get to meditate. The yoga flow that I like to lead is, it's like this. There are parts that are strenuous or challenging or that call on a very intentional relationship with the breath to flow. The heart rate's probably going to increase. It will build stamina, resilience in the heart, in the body, and in the mind. Because oftentimes, whenever I'm in a challenging thing physically, my mind is like, just stop, you can't do this. Oh, it's too hard. So part of my flow is going to go to those edges and those boundaries. If at any point you don't want to do it, you can't do it, you don't like it, it doesn't feel good, I need you to listen to your body and to honor it. I am going to be guiding this flow. It's my practice, so I will be sharing what I do with my body with you. If anything doesn't resonate, don't take it. It's not yours. If at any point you're like, I just want to sit here. I just want to sit here with my eyes closed. I just want to lay here and look up at this tree in the sky. You know, you can be in child's pose. You can do your own thing. You can seriously do your own thing. My encouragement and my invitation is to be present with your breath, be present with your body, and be present with the now moment that you have on your mat. Because to me, that's what yoga is. Other parts of the flow are going to be slow and stretchy and breathing. And you might feel like, oh, this is so good. And like, oh, God, she's making me get back up again. You never know, right? I never know what I'm going to do. I go with the flow. So let us begin in a comfortable seated position. So that could be crisscross applesauce. I'm sitting up on a block. You can sit in a chair. If you have and know modifications to make this accessible for you, please do so. Please use a chair if you need, lean on a wall if you need, whatever you need. Please take care of you and your body. The guidance that I'm going to give may not be accessible, and it's not my intention to make it inaccessible. And I don't have, I'm not going to edit everything to give all the accessible movements. So if something just feels weird or wonky in your body, just don't do it. Like, please don't do it. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you, and start to breathe. Just start to breathe. I invite you to Place your hands on your lap, palms facing down. We're going to ground in a little bit. I need to be grounded in a little bit. And become aware of the way the air flows in and out of your body. Perhaps you feel it going in your nose and out of your nose, in your nose or out of your mouth, in your mouth and out of your mouth. Notice. I'm going to introduce you to Ujjayi breath. It is a type of a breathing technique where it has a little bit of a throat lock to it. So when you do it, your spine is going to be long. I think a lot of the stuff on this class is going to be like intro stuff to what's going to build up for this series that I'll be leading. So Ujjayi breath. So your spine is going to be long. Your chin is going to be back and slightly tucked. So you're not going to be looking down and your chin's not going to be up. So it's going to be back and slightly tucked. And you're going to feel this little constriction at the back of the throat. And as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, I don't know if you could hear that, but it's going to sound like a Darth Vader, like an ocean wave, like a loud white noise. So you'll be breathing in and out through the nose. Do this a few more times, making it audible. Keep this Ujjayi breath going and flowing, hearing and feeling that sensation of the air that's blowing out, how it feels like a frequency. It feels like a vibration. You can feel it. This is going to calm the nervous system and it's going to balance the thyroid. So I highly encourage this breathing. The one requirement that I have for this class is that you breathe. So you don't have to move. You can move how you want to move. You can move how I move. You do you. And you got to breathe. So that's the request. So continuing this breathing a few more times, coming into presence. I'm going to start this practice with one Om. I would encourage and invite you to do the same with the intention, perhaps, whatever is in your highest heart. Mine is going to be peace. I would like to cultivate more peace in this world. So with that intention on my mind and in my heart, I invite you to breathe in for Om. Taking another breath in and sigh it out. I'm going to move my block out of the way and let us begin focusing on this intention of peace, because I don't know if you all have noticed, but there's a lot of life going around. It's going on around us. You'll hear it here. You'll see people walking by because I'm at Promise Resource Network. So this is where humans be human. That's why I'm doing yoga here. So with your hands on your knees, we're just going to start to warm up the spine. So you're going to inhale and you're going to puff your chest forward. You're going to exhale and you're going to kind of curl and arch your back. Still breathing through the nose. You're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Going at your own pace. Breathing in big full breaths. You notice that the hands will slide up the thighs as you inhale, and they'll slide down to your knees, perhaps even to your shins as you exhale. A few more times. One more. Inhaling back up to neutral. Inhale both your arms up high. Exhale, twist to the right. The right hand is going to go down behind you like a second spine. The left hand can go to the floor, to the outside of your right knee. And you're just going to breathe here. Excuse me. As you inhale, your spine is going to start to lift and elongate. And as you exhale, you're going to find a gentle twist in your shoulders. Not so much the abdomen, but the shoulders are going to just kind of go and aim toward the side of the mat. Inhale, reaching both arms high. Exhale, you're going to twist the opposite way. So left hand down behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Breathing in for length. And as you exhale and you hear that audible ujjayi breath, your shoulders perhaps rotate just a little bit more. Another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, arms up to the center. Exhale, twist to the right. One breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. It's the prayer position. It's a prayer of gratitude. Rolling over your knees, coming into tabletop position. I hope you all can hear me okay. If not, let me know, and I'll try to see it. So in tabletop position, loud cars, your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Your knees are going to be about hips width apart. So not too wide, not knees together, but about hips distance apart. You're going to inhale, the belly is going to drop to the ground, your chin is going to go up as your eyes look up to the ceiling. That's going to be your inhale. As you exhale, you're going to arch your back, pressing into the floor. Eye gaze goes to the navel. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, spine lifts, shoulder blades puff out. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl your back in. Now you can keep going here with your breath, one movement. You can also find some organic movement. Perhaps you look over the right shoulder to the right hip, and you look over the left shoulder to the left hip, and you can go fast. You can, not like silly fast. You can if you want, but like you can make almost like a snake kind of movement. It's going to start to undulate the spine. You can come back to neutral. I encourage you to shift your weight forward just a little bit. You'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in your wrists. You're going to take your hips over to the right, and you're going to sweep them back to your heels, and you're going to sweep it up to the left and back to the starting position. You're going to do that 2 more times. Big hip circles, starting to really lubricate the hips and the wrists. When you get back to the starting position after the 3rd one, you're just going to switch directions, going to the left. Welcoming in new movement. Maybe this is the first movement you've done today. Maybe this is the first time you've ever done this movement. Normally my hips pop like, what? Which is always fun. So from here, if you want to take your hands, if you want to shake them out, if at any point your wrists are bothering you, you can always go down to your forearms, which you can't really see, I don't think, but they're down there. Take your wrist, flip them palm face up. You can do this one at a time, or you can do them both at the same time. So my wrists are like that as opposed to that. Just giving myself a little bit of a forearm stretch and breathing into this. If you're doing one at a time, go ahead and switch sides. Another 2 breaths here. Inhaling, big breaths, and exhaling, big breaths. You can shake out your wrists, coming back to tabletop, extending the right foot out, and you're just going to kind of go back and forth. You're going to start to feel Some lengthening and stretching in the hamstring, in the right calf, perhaps even in the right foot, under the toes, just to start to warm everything up. From here, you're going to kickstand your left leg out like that. You're going to inhale your right arm high. The blade of the outer part of the right foot is going to press into the mat. You reach up to the sky, the gaze goes up to the sky, and you're still breathing your ujjayi breath. You're hearing that ocean sound. Perhaps you flip your palm to face the ground and you reach over your head. Bicep next to the ear. Shoulder blades are drawing down, so your shoulders are not in your ears or your rears. Either way, don't do that. Unless you're into that. That's okay. Anyway. Breathing fully here, inhaling, the right arm lifts and pressing up. You're going to come up to a gate pose. You're going to take the right arm, reach it to the right foot, lifting the left arm high, inhaling, feeling a little bit more of a side body stretch in the left body. Another breath in, coming back to where you started, cartwheeling the hand down, coming back into tabletop, extending the left leg back, tucking the toes, and just kind of pressing back and forth, starting to warm up the left side, backside body. So you'll feel this in your calf, perhaps in your toes, your hamstring. You might be feeling this in your wrist or your shoulders, depending on how long you normally hold tabletop. You're also going to be warming up your wrists just a little bit more. Excuse me. Kickstanding or coming to stillness. Kickstanding the right foot out, scooping up that left arm up high. Sorry that my back is to you, but you know, we have one camera. Pressing the outer blade of the left foot into the mat. Gaze, like your gaze is up to the heavens, and your hand is reaching up like spirit fingers, jazz hands. You're alive, and you take a breath in. Your palm rotates down perhaps, and you reach overhead. Shoulder blades draw back and down, and you reach, and you feel length in that left side body. And every breath that you take in, you feel your body lengthen. So keeping the hand active, take a breath in as the arm reaches up. And continue to lift that right arm off of the mat, shifting, reaching the left arm to the left foot. Right hand lifts. The left hand can come down to gently land on the left leg. Taking a breath in, feeling that right side body open up wide. Another inhale. Exhale, cartwheeling the hands down to where you began into tabletop. I hope everybody's doing well. From here, tuck your toes. You're going to draw your navel toward the back of your spine. So it's not like sucking in your stomach. Rather, it's like this energetic, like it feels like your belly button is just going to magnetize to your spine. And I like that. So engaging that energy lock, tucking your toes, starting to lift the knees up off of the floor, hover them about an inch or two. Really activate that center torso space, press into the floor. You're going to feel your shoulder blades engage, press your tailbone to the back wall, take a breath in, exhale, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Now, from here, step your feet out maybe a couple inches away from you and shift into high plank. You may need to adjust your stance because you might find that you're up. So plank is going to be a flat back. Your belly is going to still be magnetized toward your spine, pressing into the floor, pressing the earth away from you, lifting the hips back up high for downward facing dog. Now here you can keep your knees bent softly. Just keep your tailbone, if you can, arched up in a way and aiming
toward the sky. You can pedal out this downward dog, which means with every breath in, one heel goes down as one goes up. The next breath, you're going to switch. The opposite heel will go down and the opposite heel will go up. So you can just kind of walk that out a little bit. Now here, my feet are hips distance apart. Your feet may be together. Your feet may be wide as the mat. And if your feet are wherever, play with where they are. Kind of see what feels good. This is where mine feels good. Let your head be heavy. Shake it yes and no. Now inhale your right leg up to the sky. Keep your hips neutral. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your knee and you're going to aim it to your forehead and tuck, arching that back. You're going to inhale, lifting that right leg up high again. You're going to exhale and you're going to set it up near your right foot, your right hand. That may mean that you put it there. That's okay. From here, drop back, drop down, words, turn into a goat. Drop to the back knee. Your left knee is down. And just for an inhale, lean back, toes lift. Exhale, chest lifts. Inhale, right foot lifts into half splits. So you see how I'm kind of moving back and forth. So I'm starting to open up that right backside body. And I'm also starting to open up my left hip flexor. So you might find that being here feels really good and juicy and you just want to stay here because it feels amazing. Then do that. You may find that this feels really good and you really like it. My toes are pointing up to the ceiling. I don't know if you can see that, but you can also press your toes to the floor and get a shin stretch. It's very interesting. I like it. So a couple more movements here in breaths. Next time you come forward, stay here. You're going to inhale the right arm high as the twist. So we've already been in this twist before. We've done it a couple times now. Breathing big full breaths. Another inhale. Exhale, hands come down, tucking the back toes if they're not already tucked, lifting the back left knee up. We're going to come out of this the same way we came in. So you're going to lift your foot. The knee is tucked into the chin. You're going to inhale the right leg high. You're going to exhale, set it back down for your downward facing dog. We're going to switch sides. Inhale the left leg high. Hips will be squared. This feels really good on my right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose or knee to forehead for cheetah, arching the back. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it through to that low lunge. However that looks for you to get there is perfect. Drop down to that right knee. This may be perfect for you. This may be where you go. If it's in your practice, go into half splits just for a moment. Inhaling as you come back up for that low lunge. Exhale as you go back. Inhale forward. Do this on your own timing, on your own breath. Just breathe those big, full ujjayi breaths. Fully oxygenate your blood and your body. Also take note of your right hip. Mine used to pop out, so I would really have to work about keeping it in alignment with my hip. So I'm just sharing that. You can play with your toe pressing up, your toes pressing down to the mat. Feel what feels good to your body. Coming back to where we began with the hands down, you're going to place the right hand down and lift with an inhale the left arm up high to the sky. Just a couple breaths here. Exhaling the hand down, tucking the toes if they're not already on the right foot, lifting the knee, the right knee, and then tucking that left foot in, the knee is to the forehead, inhaling the left foot high, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Okay, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale as you lift your chest and look forward. On the exhale, you're going to step forward into a forward fold. Now here, your feet could be hips distance, which is going to be the width of two of your fists. They might be feet together. They might be as wide as the mat. Feel what feels good to you. You're going to lift halfway as you inhale. And on this halfway lift, you're engaging that belly lock. So your belly button is magnetized toward your spine. Your hands are resting lightly on your shins. Your back is flat. So someone could put a big plate of food on your back and it's not going to tip off. Keeping a soft bend in the knees so that you're not hyperextending them if you have knees like me. Take another breath in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, you're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time with your breath as you breathe in. When you get to the top, sorry, I look headless. There you go. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. The palms are going to face forward. This is Tadasana. This is mountain pose. I like this because it always makes me feel grounded, reconnecting to the earth. And I remember that my intention was peace, and I love the peace on this earth. Take a breath. Inhale, your both arms up. Exhale through prayer, like that. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen again. Exhale, fold as the right foot steps back for that low lunge, and you inhale as you look forward. You exhale, you're going to step back to plank, downward facing dog, shifting back into plank, lower to your knees. We're going to do a modified chaturanga. So bending the elbows and keeping them at like 90 degrees. The elbows are going to come right to the ribs and you're going to hover. Then you're going to press back up, tucking the toes, bending the knees, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. You've been here before. Pull the shoulders back and down. Gaze is straight down to the floor. Chest is open. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, head will be the last thing to rise. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Pause here. Breathe in stillness and peace. Inhale, arms lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Left leg steps back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank. From here, I like to hold planks. Dropping to the knees. Chaturanga, hover 90 degrees, those elbows. Pressing back up, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. So we're going to move through that sequence a little faster, one breath, one movement. When we rise from the halfway lifted shape, we're going to keep our back flat as opposed to rolling it up. That's going to be the only change. So inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keeping your back flat. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms reach high. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold, right leg steps back. Inhale, inhale and look forward. Exhale, plank. Now you can continue to drop your knees, or you can keep your knees lifted and slowly go down all the way to your belly. From here, untuck your toes and lift your chest up for a baby cobra. If you want to hover your hands above the mat, go for it. Breathing in. Hands go back down, tucking the toes, rolling back up, to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, rise all the way up, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold, left leg steps back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plank. Take a breath in. Perhaps you chaturanga all the way down to the belly. Lifting up your chest for another cobra. Again, perhaps your hands lift off of the mat. I hope y'all can see me. I can't tell. Take a breath in. Exhale, tucking the toes, chin drops down, bending the knees, downward facing dog. Catch your breath, meaning keep breathing, just notice. Is your heart beating faster? Can you feel your blood pumping? Are you pressing into the mat with your hands? Are your shoulders still back and down? Is your tailbone still lifted? From here, start to take a step forward with the right foot and take a step forward with the left. You just shortened your downward facing dog. You're going to take another step forward, meeting it with the other foot. You're going to take however many steps it takes for you to get to a forward fold. Head is heavy. Perhaps you shake it yes and no. You can even take a bind, excuse me, where you hold an elbow in each hand. Releasing the bind. Halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet together. So your big toes are going to touch, maybe. Mine are going to touch. My heels are going to be about 1 inch apart. And now I'm going to drop my booty down. So I'm still touching the ground. Hi. Hey. I'm saying hello to the people. Didn't want you to think I was talking to myself. So you're in this low squat. Oh, I'm going to do something else. I just had an idea. So you're going to be here and you're going to inhale, forward fold. Exhale, squat. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, squat. Do this like 5 more times. From here, your hands go down, your heels are planted, and you're going to raise your arms up for Utkatasana, chair. It's a fun one. You're going to reach like diagonally out from you, and you're making a straight line, and it's almost like energy shooting out of your butt and your hands. And you're going to drop your thighs down as much as you can, and you're going to breathe here. And you're going to remember what peace feels like. Shoulders are back and down. Next inhale, you rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back to high plank, however that looks to you. We're going to hover halfway down. You're going to press back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Step it through for crescent. So if you want to put your back knee down, go for it. I might. Mine is going to be lifted for now. Your arms can reach up. The left heel is up off of the mat. Breathing. Inhaling as you're starting to straighten that right bent knee. Hands come down. I'm going to take my left foot and step it out about a foot and up so that my heel is going to go now down on the ground. My hips are aiming forward. My chest is lifted. I'm going to take a breath in.
And with that flat back, I'm going to exhale and hinge forward into pyramid.
We've warmed up the backside body enough. So I'm really flexible in this way.
It may look like this for you. You can use a block here if you want. You can use 2 blocks if you want. Inhale, both arms, woo, reach up high. I'm gonna shimmy that back foot so I can go back into that like heel up crescent. Bending that knee deep. Breathing in. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Back knee is still lifted. Inhaling the right arm up high for a twist. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down to the mat, stepping back to high plank, chaturanga. And I like to press back up. It's a workout for me. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Step it through for crescent lunge. Arms lift. Again, if you feel like putting your back right knee down, please do it. Your hips are aiming forward. Spine is long. Gaze is straight out ahead of you. Again, the head is kind of back. The chin is kind of tucked in. You're still breathing ujjayi breath. Another breath in. Exhale. On your next inhale, straightening that front bent knee, hands come down. Take that back right foot, step it up and out to the outside of the mat. Woo, wobble. Setting up for pyramid. You're going to inhale, spine gets long. Exhale, hinge forward for pyramid. So both feet are aiming, facing forward. It's not like you're walking on a tightrope. It's more like you're walking on railroad track. So your feet are rather wide. You're going to let that left hip track back to the back of the mat. Your spine is going to stay long. If you're flexible, you can drop your head to your knee. You're going to inhale, coming back up, replacing the foot for the crescent. You're going to take an inhale. Exhale, the right hand is going to come down and the left arm is going to lift for that revolved side angle. Inhale. Exhale, placing both hands down on the mat, stepping back to high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Hover and press back up. On the inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it through for warrior 2. So the back left foot is going to be flat on the mat at a 45-degree angle-ish. Both hands. So the chest, I'm going to be facing away from you. My chest is going to be aiming this way to the left. My right foot is forward, knee is bent deep. Both arms are going to stretch out. Shoulders, I need a hair twisty, y'all. Shoulders are back and down. You're going to press the outer blade of the left foot into the mat. Heart stays open, spine stays long, and you are breathing. Scoop it up or forward and back as you inhale for peaceful warrior. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale, setting up for Trikonasana for triangle. So you're going to reach the right hand forward, placing it on the shin, a block, lifting the left arm up high. Feeling your body's alignment and be aware of it. Keeping a soft bend in that right front knee. Pressing down in the outer blade of the left foot. The chest, the heart is what's going to rotate to the sky. The left hip pulls back and down. The left arm reaches up high, and you're still breathing. Inhale for a straight-legged peaceful warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. We've been here. Inhale, peaceful warrior again. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back to high plank, chaturanga. Halfway down. Press back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through warrior two. You'll be able to see me much better on this side. T. Sorry you had a booty shot. It happens. Press the outer blade of the right foot into the mat. Fingers are alive, y'all. You're like reaching out. The left knee is going to bend deep. Just take a look at it. See if you can track your toes. You might be able to see a little bit of your left big toe, and you'll be pressing your left thigh a little bit toward the outer side of the left part of your mat, okay? Feel this warrior that you are. Can you be in peace and still fight in the name of love? Stand up and speak up, right? Inhale as you scoop it up and back for peaceful warrior as you inhale. Exhale, straighten that leg. Breathe in as you rise. Reaching forward on the exhale. Hand goes down to the shin. Right arm lifts. Trikonasana, Shazam, otherwise known as triangle. Shoulder blades are back and down. Your heart rotates up. Your hand is reaching up like you're a tree and you're like, I want to get the sunshine. Ah. Right hip tracks back toward your right heel. Another breath, big and full. Inhale for a straight-legged peaceful warrior, up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful, up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, hover halfway into chaturanga, pressing back up, keeping the navel taut, and downward facing dog. Breathe. We're going to go through that sequence-ish again. One breath, one movement. So we're not going to be holding them nearly as long. So inhale, right leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Find your feet, find your arms, find your heart. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten the leg, triangle as you exhale. Breathe in for a moment. Inhale, straight leg, peaceful. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to high plank. Chaturanga. Press back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in as you rise. Woo, that's a big ant. Sorry. Oh, that's so big. Y'all didn't even know. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten the leg. Reach into triangle. Breathe. Inhale, straight-legged, peaceful. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to high plank. Chaturanga. Press back up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. If you're feeling hot, you take a breath in and you take a big open mouth breath out. You can do two more. Breathe in. Exhale, open mouth. Uno más. From here, take your feet mat's distance apart and walk your hands back to your feet. So you're going to be in a kind of a wide-legged forward fold, not too wide. And you're going to squat down. So your heels might come in and your toes will point out. And you're going to squat. for malasana. I washed my hair this morning. I don't want to put it up yet. So your hands are going to come to heart center, and your thumbs are going to, this is the goal, right? You go where you're going, and where you are is perfect. So your elbows are going to be on the inside of the knees, and they're going to press the knees out and open. The hands are going to press together, and the thumbs are going to press into the center of the heart. The tailbone is going to magnetize to the earth. The spine is going to be really long. You're still breathing, ujjayi breath. That was such a big answer. So from here, take a breath in. Exhale, hands down, lift the butt up, forward fold. Heel toe the feet together or hips distance. Bend the left knee, left hand is on the floor beneath your face, and you're going to inhale the right arm high. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to switch sides. So right hand is going to go down in front of the face, right knee bends, left arm lifts. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch sides. You're going to do a couple more. Breathing in. Exhale as you switch sides. Breathe in as you rise. Exhale to switch sides. Breathe in to rise. Exhale to switch sides. One more. Breathe in to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands, the feet, out again for another malasana. So drop in the booty, hands to heart center, pressing into, the hands press into themselves, thumbs into chest. Beautifully supported by those elbows. Now you can stay here, okay? Or if you have crow in your practice, then do that. I'm gonna attempt it. I usually, I also usually don't squeal that much. So from malasana to get into crow, and you can just play here too. So you can just literally play. You can put a blanket in front of your head. You can put a block in front of your head. You can use the block to step onto. I'll get into more of these supports and stuff in another now. But for this one, just play. So I'm going to heel toe my feet in just a little bit. And I'm keeping my elbows attached to my knees, and my knees attached to my elbows like super glue. My palms are going to go on the mat, and I'm going to lift my heels up, and I'm going to start to look forward, and I'm just going to lift my feet up. Yay, crow. That's it. So that may look like this for you. It may look like 1 foot up at a time for you. It may look like you put a block right here and you press your forehead on the block just to feel what that feels like. And then you make the block go lower. You can keep playing this whole time. And then you can press your head into the mat and then lift your feet, and then you're supported. You can go lower, play around. So when you're done playing around with crow, we're going to meet back in malasana just for a moment. Settle in, take a breath, and exhale. Hands come down to the mat, lifting the butt up, heel toeing the feet in together, halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Come down to your hands and knees into tabletop. Just for a moment, crisscross applesauce, sit on your bottom. So we've opened up the hips. We've done a lot of twisting, which is detoxifying for all the guts. It's like everything gets to be wrung out. It's so good. So we have a few moments left. So hopefully you're feeling warm, expanded, and in peace. And hopefully you're still breathing. Extending both of the legs out in front of you. Take your booty flesh and move it out of the way. If you're human, you have booty flesh. Move it out of the way. So you're going to take it and you're literally going to lift it up and move it. And you are going to feel your sits bones plunk down onto the earth. It's a it feels different. It's going to give you an even hip situation. So right now, my feet are, I don't know if you can tell, but they're about this far apart, okay? Not quite as wide apart as the mat. Maybe I can scoot back.
I can, and I will. I shall. I did.
Okay. Okay, you can see. So from here, you're going to take your right foot and you're going to bring it in to the inner part of your left thigh. I'm excited to grow this practice with y'all. Super excited. So your right knee is going to be heavy. If this is uncomfortable, you can put a block or a bolster or a blanket underneath that knee if it just feels a little bit too tight for you. So you're going to take a breath in, and when you do that, your spine is going to get long. And you're going to exhale, and you're just going to hinge forward. So you're not going to arch your back like we did before. We're going to keep it long like we have been, and you're going to fold forward. So this forward fold may look like it's going straight out. You may go over that leg. You may even go beyond the leg and take the right arm, the right hand, and place it on the outer blade of your left foot. I like to do that because I can feel it on my right side body a lot. And it just feels really good to me. Asana. You're going to hold this pose and you're not going to hold your breath. You're going to let that breath flow in and out. Still calming that nervous system, still massaging the thyroid, still loving yourself fully. Another breath in, another breath out. You're going to inhale and start to gently walk your hands up your legs. You're going to place both of your feet out. Give them a little bit of a shake. We're just going to switch sides. So we're going to take the left foot on the inner thigh of the right leg. You're going to inhale and that spine's going to get long again. You're going to exhale and you're going to hinge forward. Again, it could be very forward. It could be over the leg. You can extend it by taking the left hand on the outer blade of that right foot. Perhaps your forehead touches your knee. Maybe you're nowhere near it. It's perfect, I promise. Another breath in and another breath out. Your next inhale, you'll start to, with gratitude, walk your hands up your legs. Extend both legs out, give them a little shake. And we're just going to go into Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. For this, your legs may be as wide as the mat. They may be hips distance. Your feet may be together. You do you. Feel into it. Try different things. I would encourage you to, I'd like to go into it this way, actually. So starting off with your feet, actually place them on the mat. And you're going to hug your chest to your knees, okay? So you're like that. You're going to take your hands and arms behind your thighs, and you're just going to start to walk your feet out. And your chest does not remove from your thighs. Like it's going to stay on there, like that sticky goodness. And this may be as far as you go, and you may notice that your chest starts to lift. Well, then this is where you're going to hold your Paschimottanasana, your seated forward fold. Now, perhaps you can go further. And if your legs go down and your chest is still attached, cool beans, breathing the whole time. You're going to let your gaze go inward. If you want to close your eyes, you may. And you can close your eyes whenever you want.
Another breath in. And a nice breath out. Next breath in, you're going to start to walk your hands up your legs. And you're going to set up for Shavasana. So you get to lay down. You get to lay down. You get to feel the peace of your practice. So you can take a blanket, you can roll it up and put it behind your knees. You can put it behind your head. You can go sans blanket. I'm also going to give you the invitation that if you would like to do your Shavasana seated, as in meditation, you may. I'm going to hold the space while I'm sitting and seated, or seating. Just start to get comfortable. Laying flat on your back. Perhaps your palms face up, a gesture of receiving. Perhaps you're telling the universe, the earth, God, source, whatever it is, that you're ready to receive peace. You're ready to be in peace. You're ready to be peace. Take your feet, move them back and forth, and then just let them drop and land where they may. And begin to feel the weight of your body on this earth. Close your eyes. Let go of the Ujjayi breath. Let go of intentional breathing and just let your breath be its breath. Let it flow. You feel the way the blood is pumping through your body. You feel the weight of your bones weighing heavy upon the earth. You're aware of all the noises and sensations around you. And as you go into Shavasana, you just be. You just rest for the next few moments. Be with you and your body and your breath. And I'll call you out so that I'm not leaving you. I'm here. You become aware of the way the air moves throughout your body. You begin to become more aware of your body, the weight of it, the lightness of it, the peaceful nature of you in your breath and in this moment. You start to move your hands, your fingers, your toes, your feet. Your head moves to the left and to the right, and your eyes stay closed as you gently roll over to one side or the other, perhaps your right side, your left side, keeping your eyes closed. You press yourself up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, you press your hands at your heart center in that Anjali Mudra, a gesture of gratitude, a gesture of peace, a gesture of prayer. And with the intention high on your heart and flying through your open mind and third eye, we'll end this practice with 3 ohms. It's just a sound of manifestation, and it's very healing for the body, the frequencies that we create. So I definitely encourage you to join me, because if I'm gutsy enough to do this outside by myself, you can do it wherever you are. Take a breath in for your first Om. Om.
Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining and being a part of this. I would love to know your feedback. If you could hear me okay and all those things, you're welcome to continue to sit here in your meditation, in your peace, wherever your practice leads you today. I hope it's met with joy and grace. So thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all next week at 10.